Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room. Come on in. I saved you a spot. This is video 2 of a new series, trying to find as many ways as we can to use textiles in our junk journals. So in the first video, I did the hardest part for me, which was this fabric covered cover. And I did like the collage idea using the process that I learned from Donna from Twisted Paper Studio, and in the first video I linked her account so that you could check her out. And I'm finding in the comments many of you also follow Donna, so I think we are like-minded. If you are also following Donna, we have the same tastes and the same style. Now, the other thing I introduced in the last video was this beautiful collection of fabrics, textiles, using an eco dyeing process from Michelle Cox Creative. I believe her shop is now closed. I did link it in the first video though, if you want to take a look and maybe add it to your favorites, because she will be having, I think she's going to have another sale yet before the end of the year. I know she's moving on to new ventures, but if you want to get some of her beautiful vintage textiles, and I have to be careful using that when I say echo, that second word. In the first video, YouTube didn't like that, especially in the comments. So a lot of my comments got hidden. So if you commented in the first video, I replied, and it says replies, but you can't see my reply. That's why, because that's one of those no words. So yeah, it's just a computer database search. So of course they're not understanding the context in which it's used, so immediately it just, those are banned. Now at least my video didn't get banned, so that's good. That's good. So we'll just be careful about what we say. So in these lovely echo colored textiles, we've made this beautiful cover. Now I say beautiful because of the colors and the textiles, not because of my workmanship, because I am not friends yet with my sewing machine, but we're going to get there. So in this video I have to put my signatures together, and I thought, well, I would just sew all the signatures in and then move on to next steps about using textiles. But I know that some of you like to see my process, so I thought I would just bring you along for that. So I have started some signatures. I'm going to set the cover to the side. I'm going to just move my lovely fabrics to the side here. And what I have left, here's the signatures I started with. And I also noticed a lot of new names in the comments too, so I want to make sure to say hello to everybody soon here in the video and welcome you to the channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Kathy and I live in southwestern Ontario, very close to Lake Erie, so I am very close to the US border, and some of you in the US actually live further north than I do. So we had snow this week, so I know some of you are experiencing that as well. And I did, because it's those wintry months, it gets, you know, and the time change and whatnot, it's we're losing daylight and a lot of the days are gloomy and gray. So I moved my desk right into the corner of my craft room. So I have a window here and a window here, and I'm just trying to get as much natural light in for filming as possible. It feels like a very odd thing to be sitting right here in the corner, but I'm going to leave it this way for a while, just counting on that daylight for filming. And I can't open my shutter doors to open the window up, but I shouldn't need to in the winter, right? But I can at least open the louvers or whatever they're called. So that's good. Okay. Now let's see here. We have, I think I'm going to do a 5, well, I decided already, I'm going to do a 5 signature 3-hole pamphlet stitch style for this one. And I've printed quite a few of my papers already on newsprint. You know, I love using newsprint to print my printables from time to time, just because of the texture of the paper. It is just so soft. I just absolutely love it. Plus it dulls the images down just a little bit, which makes them look even more vintage. So I love using I absolutely love using, and I'll show you the difference there. Oh, pull this one out. So this is printed on regular 20-pound copy paper, and this is a similar, I don't know if I have that one in here somewhere. It's a similar color. It's not the exact same piece of wallpaper, but it's very similar. But you can see how this is more, this is a little brighter, little cooler tones, and this is just a little more subdued. So that is one of the reasons I love using newsprint when I'm printing my printables. But there are some beautiful wallpapers I've selected for basically to go with these fabrics. So that's what I did. I went through my printables, and I'm using actually 3. You know, from the basics journals pages, if you go to that section in my Etsy shop, the basics, like the essentials for your staples for your digital library, I used the distressed florals. I used the French documents, and I just printed some of the songbirds as well. So those are all from just ones I've selected. So if you have those in your digital library already, you'll be able to see. So each of those kits has a variety of colors in them. So I'm able just to say print page 2 and print page 17 and print page 3. And then I get the ones I want, which is one of the most amazing things I think of having a digital library built up. Okay, so 5 signatures, which I've started. I do have some vintage or antique music sheets in there, and also some antique book pages like this. And I've added a little bit of tissue paper like that came with my order from Michelle. So it's just a nice color, and I thought that crinkle and that texture is really nice. But here's one of the things I wanted to do, was to add a fabric flip or page to one of my signatures. So this is one of the ways to show using textiles in our journal. So I just took this, I guess it'd be a doily that she colored. And this beautiful green color is just so pretty, and it already had a fold in it. So I thought, okay, well, rather than ironing that out, I'll just go with the fold, and that is going to be a page in that signature. And I think that is I love seeing that one. I don't think I may have done it maybe once or twice ever, but I see people that make journals and they have like a fabric flip. Teresa does that, and it's so pretty. So I thought I would like to try that in here. And then in my signatures, I wanted, these are printed on light cardstock, so I wanted something with a little bit of integrity for the center to hold the stitching. So I'm going to use cardstock in the center of each. That already has one. That already has one. That does not swatch you. I'm going to rearrange these quite likely, but let's just go with this. Yeah, so we'll get this video done. One of my uncles went on to be with Jesus. He is moved on to glory, and he that one's already got one. I guess I had 4. It's okay, we'll use this somewhere else. So his visitation and funeral is coming up, so I will be taking some time off to spend with my family for that. And let's put that one on the outside. Yeah, I don't know. And then I have, so we'll film this part today, and then I'll take a few days off with my family, and then we'll be back probably on the weekend with the next video. Okay, so let's see. These are a little bit tall, but that's okay. We can trim them out. Okay, and let me, before I start adding these shorter ones, I have some envelopes. This is from my wedding guest book. I think I've told you about that before. It's like it means nothing to me, so I tore out the blank pages. I think they're a great addition to add to a journal. I have these from an old atlas. And then I have 2 tea-dyed papers and 3 avocado dyed pages. These are kind of the bottom of the barrel, so they're not the best ones, but that's okay. We will certainly make them pretty in here. Okay. And then these are from an herb book about herbs. So I have 1, 2 of those. So just find a spot for these. Just going very random here because I don't even know where to begin. I want to get them even. So maybe I'll do this off camera because this could just be painful, but at least you can see what I'm working with here to put my signatures together. And then there's always this fun part of picking out, oh, that one's perfect. Picking out your thread. I'll use this big needle just because it saves me time. And like I said, we can add these as flips or something later. So that's fine. We'll just go with this. So I'll just, I'll do this one with you while we're saying hello, and then I'll do the other ones off camera. So I want to say hello to BC Bev. Hi, BC Bev. She's looking forward to this series. Nice to hear from you. Call her BC Bev because she's from the province of British Columbia. And way back when I asked where everybody was from, so she became BC Bev. L'Emmanuel, hello. Thank you for watching. There. And to the bottom. And those are nice clear holes to see, so it's pretty easy to sew. And then I always say don't be a hero when you're coming back in, because this is the tricky part, right? I just say go through the cover first. Don't worry about trying to get through the signature at the same time. Don't be a hero. So with fabric, it's a little different. I think here we're okay. I think I might have a little more difficult time trying not to pierce through the thread. Yeah, so much easier. Just go through the cover first and then worry about the signature. So when you hear me say don't be a hero, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Pull that one. Oops, it's a little too short. That one. Good and tight. Wax thread does the trick every time. This looks good. That looks good and tight. Taut. And I am going to do that snively knot. So I like to lift this, make a letter S with my thread. Like that. And then this one comes over top of the center line. So over the center line and then under and through the hole. So over, under, through. And then this does the opposite. Over, under, and pull it through. Over, under, through. And then I take the two ends and just kind of pull. So I'm sliding those knots towards the center knot. Just gently, gently back and forth until the three of them meet there. So now those knots are laying low instead of being stacked on top of each other. And that should avoid a bump in the middle of your signature. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of these, get these sewn in for you, and then we'll come back. Okay, I'm just finishing the last signature here. Michelle Monks. Hi, Michelle. She really liked, in the last video I was showing about possibly wrapping some of the fabrics around the spine. And of course, that's one of the elements I wanted to cover is spines, inside, outside spines with fabric. And let me check that. Oh, they're so cute. Look at these little birdies. So sweet. I like that at the end of the journal. And there they are again. Okay. So thanks for watching, Michelle. We shall see. I haven't decided. And my friend Dorothea, how are you? She said they might get some snow in Denmark. Where did I read that? And she was talking about you know, the woes of winter, but you know, it's also so pretty, right? But we love the coziness of bunkering down and getting out our fuzzies and staying warm inside. Always good to talk to you, Dorothea. Thank you for watching. There we go. That's the last one. And 2882 Lindsay. So Lindsay, I think you're new. Well, in the comment section anyway. If you're not, and I'm just thinking you're new, I apologize. But she also loves to watch Donna at Twisted Paper Studio. So that's what I mentioned before, or did I mention that when I was talking about Donna in the last video, it's nice to see how many of you also follow her already, and that just shows that we are like-minded and have similar tastes. So yes, I love watching Donna as well. She has a lot of fun, and I love watching her adventures on Instagram of her workshops too. I wish I lived closer. Oh, this is really pretty. Isn't this pretty already? And we haven't even done anything yet. Oh, I love it. I love that little paper. And hi to Karen Jenkins. Oh, the story about the gallery. She said that years ago she had to do a display for a library, and she added some altered books to it, and with, you know, held her breath because you know, it's a library, and we know how some people feel about altering books and tearing pages out of books, and it could have went really far south on her, but she ended up teaching workshops because of it. I think that's brilliant. So thank you for sharing that story, Karen. I love that feedback. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. So Karen, yes, Donna does have a subscription on her channel. She has many videos though of doing the covers. So I don't pay for a subscription to Donna. So there's many videos of her doing fabric covers. So even in her reels, I just mostly watch like her shorts. But why don't you check those? Because you can get the, if you're a junk journal maker, you'll grasp what she's doing without having to listen to audio instructions. Just watch some of her shorts too. I'm sure you can see that. And it was Sarah that let me know. So yes, Karen, thank you for bringing that up. Tracy, oh wait, Sarah Coleman. she's the one that let me know quite quickly Michelle was closed after I did that video, and I knew her sale wouldn't last long. That's why I said hurry. But like I said, Michelle Cox Creative, if you put her on your favorites on your Etsy, when you go onto your Etsy account, you should get a notice when she's having a sale. So you'll see, and also follow her on Instagram for her announcements. She's very good at announcing her drops. So I think she'll be having one more before the end of the year. And Tracy Tanziak, thank you, out from Alberta. Lovely cover. Thank you for watching, Tracy. I wonder how your weather is there in Alberta. You guys getting snow yet? Probably. Oh, look at that. Gotta pull. Well, we can live with it. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I love this. So just mostly a neutral, and see how it's laying nice and flat because we did the 5 signatures. So I'm loving the newsprint beside the avocado dyed paper, and then next to the antique music sheets. Isn't that great? Love it. And this, of course, that guest book has a nice thick fibrous texture too. And then there's the book page. Oh, this is really nice. Love me an index page. Love index pages. Don't underestimate the index pages. They just add another dimension. Lines going this way. I think it's beautiful. Love it. I love index pages. Tea-dye paper. This looks great. I love these colors. This is fabulous. That's beautiful. Yes, so Sarah, thank you. The colors, I agree. They're whimsical. They're soft. Delightful, she said. And I agree. I think so. I think these colors are really nice together. There's the rest of that index. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, Shannon, I didn't see your comment. You nestled your comment down inside somebody else's comment. I missed that. Sorry I didn't respond. Nice colors and a new perspective on using fabrics. Yes, thank you, Shannon. I'm glad you're here. That's what I want to do. I want to demonstrate as many ways as possible to use fabrics. And I know I'm not going to hit them all because I'm not aware of them all. But I do have a little list. Here's my list. All my ideas. Oops. Here's my list of ideas. So here's my list of ideas of things I want to try to cover, like all the fabric ideas. I'll try to write that list out a little better. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. And Nancy from Stamp for Less, always nice to hear from you. It does have a soft feminine look to it, doesn't it? Thank you, Nancy. Like with these colors. So very, very much so. The tactile, it's just, it's dreamy. I'm really loving this journal. I don't know if I'm going to sell this one. I might keep it. We shall see. Oh, that looks nice side by side. Oh, isn't that great? So pretty. Oh, that looks nice. And then the birdies at the end. Isn't that great? Okay, so here's what we ended up with. 5 signatures. So relatively straight. Not perfect, but I'm pretty pleased with that. I do intend to cover the spine only because, I mean, I would leave that. I'd be happy with that because of this cool stitching I did around the spine edge. But of course, this is a video series about using fabrics or textiles in our journals. So that is what we shall do. Now, I've ordered some more Fabri-Tac glue, so I am going to probably save this. This is the one that Michelle Monks really liked, doing this. So attaching that on the spine, so that would cover up the stitching. And then this could be some sort of a pocket on the front. So I think, Michelle, I think you're right. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So I'm going to save that piece there. All right, let's just take care of these little edges and do a little bit of our tearing. Let's get these edges done. But yeah, always nice to hear from me, Nancy. Nancy's one of my OGs. my friend Carrie from Created Me Creative. She said, welcome back. Yes, because I did have a little bit of a break from filming, and now here I'm going to do this one and then take another break. But family first, right? So we're going to start to see some beautiful layering here by taking off some of these. Go right back. And I love the decal edge with tearing with a ruler. So pretty. This. Some nice layering going on. This one. Take up a little bit. We'll come in a little bit further. Just to get some varied layers. Okay, this was the paper that had a misprint. So let's see how far back we want to go. Let's be about like that. I'm just looking at what's existing already. Yeah, maybe there. And so the other side of that, it also had a faux pas, a bad print. Here, this side. Okay, so I can, maybe I'll go to here. So a couple of videos back we talked about removing the fear of doing this, exactly what I'm doing right now, tearing pages in your journal to get those layers. So even here, like, you could come back as far as like something like this at the very beginning to get this wide layer, and just try to match this distance to this distance to be the same. But I quite like this page, so I think I'll leave that one. But yeah, I think I'll just get rid of a few of the just soften up some of these edges and get a bunch of layers going, because that just adds to the softness of the journal, I think. To get my tweezers out. And the newsprint, of course, tears so easily, if you can find it. She who has no nails. She who is not a nail guy. That's really pretty. I'd really like to, and some of these we can even fold back as tucks or pockets. You don't need to you don't have to tear it every time. But this would be kind of pretty folded back like this, so the pink line of the ledger paper shows beside that. So we could do that as a flip, or we could do that as a little page tuck like that. I don't really want to tear this one because, well, maybe just a little bit, because I like the green to show. So maybe I'll just take off just a bit. Just a little bit. Okay, underneath here. So as you can see, the amounts that I've tore off has not been very much at all, but what an impact, right? Like, what a difference. And it really starts to add that junk journal charm. So pretty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for my glue to come in before I do the next fabric projects. Not there. I could probably come in a little bit on that one. that. Now you see I'm showing this against that, so this would be a really good spot then to perhaps put one of these envelopes. Oh, that's not very nice, is it though? Maybe we could trim up one of these plants. Yeah, something like that. Let's see what that's going to look like. And then we could glue this in as a flip, perhaps. Let's try that. I think we'll do that. Okay, there's my glue. This is a video series about fabric, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing non-fabric elements. I'll do those off screen. I just wanted to make sure I said hello to everybody. So again, Carrie, thank you for the welcome back. I appreciate that. She said she is going to use her sewing machine more. She's going to join me on that endeavor and use her sewing machine a little bit more. Yeah, it's a beautiful element to add to our junk journals. And I mean, I've done junk journals for like about 6 years now without using a sewing machine, and it's about time, isn't it? It's about time Kathy gets with the ball here, gets on the ball. Oh, my friend Teresa, thank you so much. You're so kind. Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching, friend. I appreciate that. She does a lot with fabrics. Teresa does some beautiful journals. Zentique Chic. She's on my design team. You should follow her on Instagram. She makes the most romantic, beautiful journals. Just absolutely love her work. Margot, another one of my OGs. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, another adventure. Another adventure. Carolyn, J-Dub 1955, beautiful cover. Oh my gosh, I love it. She said, I'm excited for this journal's journey. Me too, Carolyn. Thank you for watching. Linda A 8704, also excited about this journal. Wow, we're really excited about this journal. I am too. I hope I can live up to your expectations now, because it's yeah, we're gonna do a bunch more fabric things. So Cindy Lou, are you new? Cindy Lou 33. Oh, it was Cindy. Cindy said she likes to put the material on top of the paper on the inside. Yes, that was you that said that. I agree. Sometimes I do, Cindy, but I wanted to add more fabric here, knowing I was going to do that, because this whole series is about adding textiles. But I agree. How pretty is that? Especially with a frayed edge or something coming out. So it's popping out on both sides here. I agree. Yeah. Thanks for watching, Cindy. Heirloom Vintage Collectibles. Oh, what a lovely handle. Beautiful. I look for, oh, that's Jacqueline. Yes. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? Thanks for popping by. Always nice to hear from you. Crafty Corey. Corey said she'd come do my sewing for me. Corey must be quite comfortable with her sewing. I appreciate that. Yeah, I wish you lived closer. That would be great. Oh, and Marianne. Marianne, she said that it was nice to hear about me talk about the display at the gallery. So in the last video, I talked about a fiber arts exhibit at the art gallery that I used to work at, and Marianne was one of the artists. And so she knows exactly what I was talking about, how well attended that exhibit was and how much everyone absolutely loved that exhibit. So thank you, Marianne. So nice. And then thank you for the invite too, for popping to the Station Art Center in Tillsonburg. Thank you. I have actually on my kitchen counter a piece of pottery that I purchased at Station Arts. It's a pear. It's a looks like a cement pear. I bought that at Station Arts. I'm not sure who the artist is, but one of your potters or one of your sculpture artists. I bought that there at the Station Arts Gallery. So thanks, Marianne. And thanks for stopping by with a comment. Oh, wow. Keep going here. Rocio Salvadries. Rocio? Or Rocio? Rocio. Rocio. Maybe it's Rocio. That's pretty. Rocio. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm going to look that one up and see if I'm pronouncing that properly. But yes, thank you. I'm glad you were inspired. Thank you so much for watching. And Kim LaFontaine, thank you. She was talking about doing the same as me, carrying a piece of paper in your purse to measure your books when you're thrifting. I mentioned that in the last video. Yes, well, thanks everybody. I certainly appreciate you stopping by and leaving comments. Wow, I guess everyone's kind of excited about this fabric journal. So there we have it. So our signatures are in. Now we can get rolling and doing all the things that I want to do. So I have some ideas to do, of course, the spine, clusters, pocket trim, belly band, a pocket, a collaged envelope, possibly, a belly, behind buttons, a fabric flip, a dangle, a swatch card, notepad topper. I have something here about hinges and eyelets, packing paper. Oh, yep, pinning, making a frame. And I have something about stamping on fabric. I have all these ideas I want to try in our journal. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And hopefully we'll have my tape or my glue by then. And like I said, I'm going to take a few days off and spend with my family during this difficult time. My Uncle Gordy passed, and that's my dad's brother. So out of 16 kids, my dad is one of 16, and Uncle Gordy was the eldest surviving. There's 4 more. My dad, another uncle, and 2 aunts surviving out of the 16. So yeah, very hard on my dad. It must be really hard to have that many siblings and suffer that much loss. I mean, a big family all these years, and then, you know, most of them, I would say, live to be a nice ripe old age, I have to say. But that must be really hard to lose a sibling, and then another sibling, and then another sibling, and another sibling, and most of them have been just in the last few years. So my heart goes out to my dad right now. So I'm sure that's hard. Okay, so I don't mean to get glum on you, but there we go. There's our beautiful fabrics that we are going to continue with making this beautiful journal. I just love how this turned out. I'm really pleased with the selection of papers, the variety of different textures of papers, and lots of neutrals, which is that pink and green, basically. Isn't that fabulous? What a nice color combination. I love it. Okay, if there's any fabric or textile element that you would like to see demonstrated, please mention it in the comments, and I'll make sure it's on my list. And because I'm sure I haven't thought of them all. I think there's a bunch, so I'm going to make myself a nicer list. All right, well, thank you, everyone. Oh, look at the birdies. They're so sweet. And then there's these guys at the back. Aren't they cute? So that's from Bird Song. Oh, Songbirds. So beautiful. So beautiful. Don't we just love making junk journals? Isn't it the best? Well, thank you, everyone, again for stopping by and leaving a comment. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.